Hey everyone, hope you had a good week and your weekend's going well. It's Saturday afternoon for us here in Queensland. It's been a very hot week, so I hope wherever you are you've been safe and well. So I just wanted to say hello and talk a little bit today about some skulls. I've got quite a few. Anybody that knows me and knows what my collection is like, I've got about 40 something I think at this stage. People have asked what the fascination is with crystal skulls. I never was into them originally, but I bought my first two, which was a little tiger's eye and a little picture jasper one. Callie and Jerome, they told me their names, and ever since I bought those I actually fell in love with them. So this is Callie. She's a beautiful little tiger's eye, and she's beautiful little skull. And this is Jerome. Jerome is a picture jasper. Beautiful piece, and as you can see they're only little ones. So they're a couple of little babies that I had. They were the start of my collection and passion for them. So what about skulls? Some people believe that they carry knowledge of ancient people, star beings, all kinds of stuff. I believe personally, and of course I'm only ever going to speak my own truth and what I find myself, is that all crystals, whether they're cut, shaped, natural or whatever, quite often have a little energy within them, apart from obviously their healing energies, but they can have a little entity within them. Sometimes these are known as devas or devas, D-E-V-A, and you can actually communicate with them. You can meditate with the skull. Now sometimes some of them don't like being handled, and I'm going to show you one of mine that's a bit like that. He doesn't communicate very often. He's very serious, very straight-laced, and I call him the teacher because he's never shared his name with me. So this is an Amazonite one. As you can see, he's a little bit bigger, and he actually insisted on coming to this today. So he's a bit special, very serious, and some of them are quite chatty, some of them are very quiet, some will share, some won't, just like us human beings. But whenever you're working with any crystals and you want to communicate with the energy within, always have extreme gratitude and absolute respect, because remember, these are elemental energies. You are talking about the most basic energies, and they can be good, bad, just like us, positive, negative. I'd rather use rather than good or bad. So this fella, as I say, when I've got some really heavy important stuff to do, this little chap is who I usually lean on. He doesn't talk. He's just one that actually kind of, if I've got study or something I really need to focus on, this is a chap I use. This is a new little one I got, and this is an opalized fluorite, sorry. It's very heavy. This is a new baby, I've only just got to know. We're still getting to know each other, so I'm not familiar with their name yet, but their energy is very light, very gentle, beautiful, beautiful energy, and I think I'm going to really enjoy working with this one. This one is a Mookaite, and it's one of my absolute favourites. He's a real chatterbox, he's real fun. He told me I can never pronounce his real name, so whatever the closest version of it I came to was Wura. So this is Wura. As you can see, he's got some beautiful colours, markings, that real Australian landscape colours. And when I'm feeling a bit low or just kind of a bit maybe out of sorts, Wura always cheers me up. He's a real giggler. He's sitting here giggling now. He's a real giggler, and doesn't take things too seriously. So when I kind of need a bit of fun, he's usually my go-to. He will often share stuff with me. I've been very privileged to have great meditations with this chap, and he has just I can't It's not words, I can only just express from here. This is one of my beautiful babies. I love him so much. Then this is probably the biggest one I have. This is George. So most of the ones I've actually bought by Callie are all male at the moment. So George is a beautiful agate with little amethyst geode in the middle there. And George is very steady. When you want someone who's steady, just to kind of put you back on the right track, George is your boy. He's also been healed. So some people are very precious, and I'm going to share something now, and it's again only my own truth. I found when I'm working with crystals, sometimes they can be broken and damaged, and I think that reflects who we are as humans. Quite often we are damaged and a little bit broken, and I've found that when I use crystals that have been broken, sometimes can be repaired, but if not, they can just be used as is. I find they can be very empathic, so they tend to have this really loving, nurturing, gentle energy, and almost this understanding of us that live in this human condition. So this baby had his jaw. He's got a big crack right the way around here, and his jaw was broken and re-repaired. I just fell in love with him straight off, fell in love with his energy. And I remember when I was shown him, I walked around the shop just holding him and couldn't really put him back, so he ended up coming home. So this is George. As I say, one of the ways that I tend to do it, if I'm doing some meditation or I need to ask a question, I just look at them. You will know and get a feel from them when you're talking to them, whether they're going to respond or not. They're usually pretty quick. As I say, the teacher told me very first that he's not a team player, he's not fun, he's about the serious business of work, so hence his name. Little Callie is just absolutely full of love, full of joy, that beautiful sheen that we get from Tiger's Eye. That's who she's all about. She's just got the most beautiful, gentle energy, and Jerome completely complements her. And I got these two at the same time. And Jerome is very grounding. Again, he's that beautiful connection to nature, to earth, to Gaia, or whatever that you believe in. So when I'm meditating with them, I usually sit down. I'm going to use Callie because she's very, very used to me doing this. So I usually sit down, ask if they're okay for me to look them in the eye, and then we'll just sit together. I'll meditate, do some deep breathing, looking in her eyes, and if I've got a question I will ask, and quite often she will answer. She will just guide me in whichever way I need to be guided. Thank you for sharing with me, Callie. So as I say, absolute respect, because these beings don't have to interact with us, but they choose to. They are mostly social, so they do like to be asked, but as I say, absolute respect when you're dealing with them. The other one I want to talk about is generators. So I'll just pull a clear quartz one here now. So this is lovely, as you can see, beautiful clear quartz. Got a couple of little bubbles and stuff in it. Again, you can just sit down when you're meditating, sit down, do some nice slow deep breaths, pull in the energy, and just if you have a question you can ask. If not, you can just try and see if you can merge with the entity within. I did this recently with a little piece of citrine, a little citrine generator I have, natural citrine, and I was blessed enough to be able to link with the energy within. And when we were meditating, I was aware I was in a little room within the citrine, and it looked like those sparkler fireworks that you hold, the little stick ones, and the energy that came around was like that. It was just a sparkler. And we spoke, obviously mentally, and while there I just felt very privileged and very honoured to be shown this beautiful energy and this entity that lived within. She did share some stuff with me. Yes, it was female energy. She did share some stuff with me, and she welcomed me to do the same again. And the only way we're ever going to get to know our crystals and for them to get to know us is to use them, handle them, play with them. Some people are very precious and go in and say, oh, I'm not allowed to touch them, they're yours, they've got your energy. At the end of the day, crystals are earth energy. They are all of this earth, just as we humans are. They contain the same minerals and elements in their makeup that we contain, which is why they work with us. So spend time playing with them. Children absolutely love crystals. I was blessed today to do a healing on a couple of young ladies that came to the house this morning. And a little young fella came with them, and he is just the most amazing little wizard. He's really a little wizard in the making, and he was just beautiful. His energy is just so light and bright. And I remember the first time he came, the family came to get some work done. This little man sat down on the floor for nearly 2 hours playing with tumbled crystals. Please let the children play with them. These are meant to be handled. They are meant to work with us. They are meant to commune. How can they do that if they don't get touched? So if you've got healing ones, as you can see, this is my healing space that I work on in here. These are my healing crystals. They are kept totally separate from my other crystals that are dotted around the house. They're the ones I can play with and touch, but these ones in here are specifically for healing, so just keep them separate. But at the end of the day, if you've got them, use them, play with them, touch them, feel them, carry them around. People often say to me, oh, but how can I carry a big generator around? We've got jewellery. So a good way of using crystals, so these, better take one out and just show you. So these, as you can see, are beautiful pink. They are amethyst and watermelon, pink tourmaline, sorry, not watermelon, tourmaline. So it's an easy way to wear crystals and use them. I've also got, as you can see, bracelets and stuff. So that's probably the easiest way to wear crystals. Other than that, tumbles in our pockets, and we've gone through, as you know from previous videos, which correspond to which health, body, chakra, energies, etc. So you can use whichever ones you need. All the grounding ones, I would just say don't wear above the waist. So things like hematite, amber, garnet, all those grounding tourmalines, black tourmaline, all those can be a bit heavy to wear up here. So because they're more grounding, so keep them in your hip pockets, ideally not above the waist. One other thing I just wanted to share quickly is about a little bit about gratitude. Again, something seems to be coming up for a lot of people lately. They don't seem to be able to accept compliments. Guilty too. It's took me nearly 60 years to be able to genuinely say thank you and mean it from my heart. But it takes practice, it's like anything. But remember, if someone pays you a compliment, you deserve it. We all do. You are a unique person, you are a beautiful soul, and if someone tells you that, enjoy it. You deserve it. And I think that's what's going so wrong with society today. We feel that we've got to have this vision of ourselves and behave and act and whatever in a particular way. But we're not sheep, we're not going along with a flock. We are individual, unique, creative, divine, wonderful, crazy, lunatic beings, here to enjoy this human experience. So enjoy. That's what it's meant to be. Pleasure, enjoy, learning, grow, play, have fun. It's interesting, when we were doing one of the healings this morning, a little fairy came along just to remind this particular person they need to have fun. They're a young person, so not to forget, life's too short to be serious. That'll all happen as they become an adult. At this stage, they need to remember they're a young person. It's time for fun. This is all about learning, growing, who they are, developing themselves as their unique individual person they were going to be. So that's all. Just wanted to clarify some of that. So I hope that clears up a little bit about skulls. If you've never tried one, go get one. They're fun. So I wish you many blessings. Hope your new week is a positive one. For everyone up in the northern hemisphere, I know it's winter there now, please be safe. Everyone down here in the southern hemisphere that's experiencing extreme weather, we've got extreme heat, massive bushfires around, please keep safe, have your safety plan in place, and just do what you can do. Wish you lots of love, many blessings, and thank you for watching. Much love. Bye bye.